Hi, I'm Sarah Backhouse for Hub Culture. I'm joined by Malcom of Saltworks Technologies. Tell me about Saltworks Technologies.
Yeah, so Saltworks has developed a energy-efficient desalination technology where you can use free energy to produce fresh water from seawater. So free energy is like wind, solar, or just waste heat from industrial processes. So we can take seawater, produce fresh water, or we can even treat waste salt water from industrial processes like oil and gas and make that reusable for agricultural purposes or anything like that.
Well, with the looming water crisis, that's a very important step that you're taking. That's wonderful.
Yeah, absolutely, especially in Southern California where there's not a lot of fresh water available. So they have to take seawater to desalinate it, or especially for inland desalination where they take brackish groundwater, produce fresh water. And what we can also do for inland desalination is take that waste brine from desalination plants and produce more water from it and produce a really concentrated brine. So with seawater desalination, you have the convenience of an ocean to dispose of that brine. For inland desalination, you don't have that convenience. So our technology can take that, reduce our waste brine by 10 to 20 times. And therefore, it's 10 to 20 times less cost to deal with the waste.
Now, one criticism of desalination has been the expense of it. Obviously, you seem to have gotten around that by having a very energy efficient process.
Absolutely. Our technology basically has the same capital costs as existing technologies, but we use 80% less electricity. So our operating costs are 80% less than existing technologies. So overall, we can produce water at 50% less cost than existing technologies. And the other advantage with ours and the criticism with existing technology is that they use chemicals in a pre-treatment process to prevent fouling of their technology. And those chemicals get discharged back into the ocean. With our technology, it's a completely chemical-free process, so no chemicals gets discharged back into the ocean.
And can you briefly describe how the technology works?
Sure, so we basically use seawater and free energy. So we take seawater and we evaporate the water from seawater, basically using wind, solar, or waste heat. Evaporate the water from seawater, and it's counterintuitive because we're actually generating a very salty solution. The salty solution, when you compare it to another solution of lower salt concentration, has energy between the two. It's a chemical energy. Salts want to flow from high concentration to a low concentration. Very similar to the same idea as when you put a drop of dye into the water. It wants to spread out. So when you have a high salt concentration, a low salt concentration, there's chemical energy between the two, and that's the chemical energy we use to desalinate a third stream of water.
Now, you're a young company, just 2 years old, you're out of Vancouver.
Right.
What's your plans for the future?
Our plan in the future is over the next 2 years, we're going to scale up our technology to commercial ready, manufacturing ready. And also we're going to be doing a project, an oil and gas company, where we're taking their brackish groundwater to produce fresh water for their industrial processes, and also reducing their waste brine to very low salt concentrations. So we are going to deploy our technology into the industrial process.
Wonderful. Well, Malcom, thank you so much for your time and enjoy the conference.
Hey, thank you very much.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Cheers.